Hello there, welcome to Let's Talk podcast. I'm Kenza, and today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of social media scrolling. Before starting this podcast, I hope everything is doing great with you all. And this is the first episode of my podcast, Let's Talk podcast, which I created to share with you podcasts in which I will discuss or talk about various topics, very useful topics, and I really hope you like this new idea or you enjoy listening to my podcast. So let's get started. I'm pretty sure that at least once in your life, you have found yourself mindlessly scrolling through your social media feed for hours, unable to tear yourself away. You're not alone. And today's episode will explore the psychology behind this behavior and discover strategies for breaking the scrolling habit. Well, guys, one thing about me is that I'm not really a fan of social media. Yes, I know that I'm also one of people who use social media, but trust me, I don't really wish to keep using it in my future. Actually, deep inside, I'm willing to delete all of my accounts on social media one day. It's just I don't think I can do it now because I use Facebook not often just to get information about my school major and all those things from groups pages. And so usually I'm active on Instagram and I use it just as a resource to immerse myself to learn a lot of things like learning English and other stuff. So I want to share with you this just to maybe give you an idea about the reason why I still use those platforms and maybe to help you guess my perspective on this topic. So let's get started. First, we need to understand why we find it so difficult to stop scrolling on social media. First, we should all know that social media platforms are designed to be addictive and they utilize algorithms that prioritize content most likely to capture our attention, keeping us scrolling endlessly. The endless stream of new information combined with the dopamine rush we get from likes and shares creates a powerful feedback loop that makes it hard to disengage. So the question here is, how can we break free from this cycle of endless scrolling? Well, I would say it has to do more with self-control. The way how you control things shows its effects on your life decisions, behaviors. Again, for me, any behaviors or in general, the results of everything happens in our lives reflects our self-awareness, how we control ourselves and desires, also how we see things from our own perspectives, and finally, what decisions we make to show ourselves that we control ourselves properly. And so coming back to the first question, which is how can we break free from this cycle of endless scrolling? I think it starts with understanding our behavior and maybe finding or implementing strategies to regain control. Now, if you are a person who is struggling with giving up on being addicted on using social media, then I'm sorry to say this, but you probably lack self-control. But don't worry, because I think this is something that you can fix. Because I don't think that self-control is something that we are born with, but it's a skill that we develop and improve through practice and putting ourselves in real life situations. So you still have another chance. Now, why people struggle to stop scrolling on social media? Because I know that there are many people who want to stop being addicted to use social media, but they cannot. They find it difficult, and this is we can consider this as a negative habit, and to give up on a negative habit is not that easy. So for me, I think that the common reasons why they are struggling to stop scrolling social media are they are several, and I think the first one is the fear of missing out, and we can call it also FOMO, FOMO, the fear of missing out. People worry they'll miss important updates or news if they're not consistently connected. And unfortunately, sometimes I think of this if someone ran a long marathon and when they reach the end line, that feeling that they have of being extremely thirsty and they just want to drink water as much as they can. Well, I know this example may sound a bit strange or weird, but actually that's how most of addicted people of using social media feel, especially after a long day when they didn't have a chance to be connected on those kind of platforms, and when it's the end of the day, they feel finally they can check all the updates, and if they missed anything. And well, I think that's really sad, if I can say, because being in this situation means that you are not living your life. Your brain cares about the other's life more than yours, which I honestly consider it as one of the worst levels you may want to reach during your addiction experience. Another factor is the desire for social validation. We crave likes, comments, and shares as a form of validation, which keeps us coming back for more. And I think this obviously happens more with the content creators than the people who just use social media as consumers of the content shared there. Well, I know it's a human nature to feel a kind of happiness when we receive compliments, same when someone likes a post that we shared or leaves a positive comment. But as I said before, remember when I said self-control? And also I believe that everything should be balanced. So you either know how to control the effects of those things on you, or you may find yourself seeking for the external validation on the fake world, the digital world, or whatever you like to call it. I'm sure this is really one of topics that we need to talk about in a long video, because it has to do with a lot of things and aspects. But I'm here trying to share with you as much as I can, depending on my opinion and what I've noticed. Alright, now let me share with you some tips and strategies that may help you guys to break the scrolling habit. Well, probably one effective strategy is to set boundaries around social media usage. You can schedule specific times for checking social media. And remember, the secret here is to what? Okay, I give you a second to guess the word that I mentioned in the beginning. 3, 2, 1. The secret is to control yourself. Force yourself to be more disciplined. When it comes to control how much you use social media, in fact, it's you who should control yourself, not the social media. You are not a toy. Come on, guys. It's like you are adults, and especially, as I said, especially if you are adults, you should really I think you have that ability to control yourselves. So actually you need to force yourself to do that. It's also helpful to limit the number of platforms you use and make sure to unfollow accounts that don't bring you joy or value or any benefit. Other way is to try to spend your time more with people you love, doing things that you like. You can try to discover new habits, and I would suggest to play puzzle. Trust me, it's really helpful. It really helps you to relax more, forget everything around you. And I mean, not everything, but surely you'll forget about checking social media and just focusing on yourself, on solving the puzzle game. And I chose this example because I started to play again this type of games since the last 2 weeks after a long time ago, and I really enjoy it. You can also try to learn new things. So guys, the most important thing is to keep yourself busy with something that may benefit you in this real life. So guys, that's all for today's episode of Let's Talk podcast. I hope the ideas that I shared can improve our mental well-being and reclaim precious time for more meaningful and mindful activities. And maybe I may make other videos about this topic if you like to. If you do, please make sure to tell me in the comment section. Share this video with people that you think they may need to watch it. Hit that thumbs up button and see you in next video. Bye.